down. Sister down.
What's going on, everybody? It's your gracious host, Solo. You could have been anywhere in the world tonight, but you're here right now. And for that, I'm truly grateful and thankful. And I'm your gracious host, Solo TV 84. Today, we're going to be talking about a popular TradCon conservative commentator by the name of Steven Crowder. And we're going to talk about his divorce announcement and whatnot. And I'm gonna be real. I saw a couple videos on it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to ABL. I saw O'Shea's video too. Also saw Ramil's video yesterday, right? And you know, when I make a video, my thought always is, what can I add to the topic that somebody hasn't thought of, right? Something that's maybe outside the box. And I saw some commentary of all places on the Reddit forum. Hey, yo, bro, the Reddit rabbit hole goes deep. But before we get into all that, make sure, guys, get plugged in on the Patreon. For those wondering about the crypto content, I just released the top 10 AI coins to pay attention to for the summer. It's fire. This list, well-researched. You already know we got ChatGPT on deck. Also, Finbold top 5 cryptos to invest in May 2023. You're only going to find this video on www.patreon.com/solotv84. That's www.patreon.com/solotv84. Okay. Now, before I get into the Crowder situation, I wanted to show you guys something really quickly. I did my part two of what I now will be doing as a series, The Rise of AI, right? Now, I wanted to show you guys this so people don't think I'm just pulling stuff out of the air. So, as mentioned in New York, Robot Dog was really bad idea. Here's what went wrong, right? Now, they already had this out. However, they're unrolling the RoboCop dog again in New York, along with another AI robot that's going to be patrolling the New York streets this summer, as early as June. So for a lot of people that think, oh, this AI robot stuff is just play, or just for entertainment, don't be fooled. What's going to happen, guys, is you're going to continue to see more and more of this technology coming into play. So I want people to be aware of that, okay? Just be mindful of that. So without further ado, let's get into the Steven Crowder situation. And like I said, my take, I'm going to give a different spin on it. I don't know the guy personally, but I did do my research on the guy. Yeah. I found out. Yeah. We found out some stuff. You know what I'm saying? But let's get straight into this if I can find it.
I have been living with a proverbial boot on my neck.
Wait. Hold on. Let me do it this way so that way I can control the video flow. So the first video that I'm going to play for you guys is him announcing his divorce.
A proverbial boot on my neck for going on years now. Since 2021, I've been living through what has increasingly been a horrendous divorce. Now, let me say on the outset, to be clear, there's no infidelity, any kind of physical abuse at all on either side. And no, this was not my choice.
Now, there's certain people that said he shouldn't have announced it. And you know what? I do think that you're right. It is his business if he wanted to keep that quiet, right? One thing I've learned about social media is that there are people known as trolls, right? We know what trolls are. They're people that like to, they're like, they kind of like to be contrarians. They like to make jokes. Sometimes they take it too far, right? But when you're a public figure, right, like Steven Crowder is, this guy's a multimillionaire. He's very well known in the conservative circles and what have you. Especially if you are doing this TradCon thing, right? And by the way, you guys, I have nothing against traditional relationships. That's something that I've been preaching on my channel for years. I believe in a man and woman, nothing in between, nothing half cut. If you can read between the lines, you know what I'm saying? Because we are under the dictatorship of YouTube, so I have to speak in code, of course. But me personally, I look at a situation like this. When your brand is talking about traditional relationships, right? Obviously, and this is what this comes down to. Ever since I came back from YouTube, my main thing is talking about image and optics, right? So when we talk about image and optics, what are the optics of a guy preaching traditionalism that a man and a woman need to be together, but then that person who kind of built that hill that he's standing on, now that person gets divorced, right? How do you reconcile that? Because make no mistake, him getting a divorce will definitely affect his brand, right? So how do you reconcile that? And so I'm pretty sure it's not easy to get on camera and talk about the fact that, your marriage has failed. Because you guys got to remember, these YouTubers, especially the big ones like the Steven Crowders and, what's her name? The one Canadian chick that was getting roasted because she was always talking about traditionalism. And golly, I can't remember her name. I'm so bad at that. But she was 22 years old, right? And the conservatives and outrights, they were roasting her because she was a 22-year-old Lauren Southern, yes, Lauren Southern, right? Remember when Lauren Southern was 22? And I mean, they came after her because here you have a young, Caucasian snow queen, as they would say, preaching about traditionalism and how young women shouldn't be thoughts and how they should be married, but yet she wasn't married. Now, mind you, she was 22 at the time, right? Now, she did eventually get married at 25. Lauren Southern, yes, she married at 25, something that Jar Jar Binks hasn't been able to do yet. Now, remember, Jar Jar Binks is trying to be Lauren Southern in 2023, but it's not working out that well for her, right? Because Jar Jar Binks is 26. And Jar Jar, she ain't got a husband or proposal in sight. You know what I'm saying? But I'll leave that alone for now. So the reality is, as I was just saying, how do you reconcile that? So one thing I want you guys to keep in mind, and another way that I'm looking at it is, pay attention to the verbiage and the optics and image, because I can assure you, Mr. Crowder is very aware of it, right? He's very aware of the optics and image, because a divorce with his wife is not just a divorce, but it's also it might be a divorce with his brand, so to speak. Because his wife, whether people want to acknowledge it or not, was also what's giving him credibility. Right? Now, I know a lot of people say, no, his wife didn't do anything. Right. But when you preach, once again, if you're preaching the message of a man and a woman should be together, because right now we're in Sodom and Gomorrah, in this Babylonian system known as America, right? Where everything they want you to do is they want men to peg other men. They want you guys to dress up in wigs, weave. Yes, men, not women, but they want men to wear weave and lipstick. They want y'all out there to be twerking and gyrating on other men. We live in a wicked society, guys. You know what? If I decided as a black man to revamp my whole channel, and instead of, because like I said, I believe in traditionalism, but if I revamp my whole channel and started to push the rainbow agenda, you think I would still be shadow banned? No, YouTube would embrace it, because they want most of you black guys, black men, they want you to be fruity tooty. That's why heterosexual black men, you don't see them get a push on YouTube. Now you see the other side, they get a big push. Why? Because they're in cahoots with the powers that be to push that agenda. They want you guys to be flaming hot like Cheetos. That's facts.
My then wife decided that she didn't want to be married anymore. And in the state of Texas, that is completely permitted. It's been the most heartbreaking experience of my life, what I consider to be my deepest personal failure. And just so you know, my opinions on parenting and families have not changed. I've always believed that children need a mom and a dad, that divorce is horrible.
And I agree with that. I totally agree with that. Children need a mom and a dad, preferably in the covenant as the Heavenly Father ordained. You guys know that in the past, I spoke out against marriage a lot. And the reality is, I had to really think about it, because I was thinking to myself, how do you reconcile marriage, right? Especially if you follow it from a religious point of view. But then you live in a society where marriage is failing at a 50% clip. And then you realize a few things. Once again, this whole place that we're in is nothing but hedonistic wickedness. Narcissism is at an all-time high. How many of us can be honest and say that, we have 5 great friends that if our car broke down right now, we could call them? Or 5 great friends that would ride for you, no questions asked. How many of us can say we even have one friend? I remember, listen, 80s baby, grew up in the 90s. I remember friendships used to mean something. Now you have men flaking on other men. It's the most bizarre thing to me. You have men now doing it. I remember when, if back in the day as a man, you respected another man, you would give him a phone call. Now you have men doing the same thing that they complain that women are doing to them. There's no reason why men should be flaking on other men. It's crazy. But we live in an era now where nobody really respects people anymore like the way that they used to. Friendships are very superficial. It's all about what can you do for me? What can you do for my brand? Even on YouTube, you see it. When somebody's popping, and I've told you guys before the rule, right? When I was in that weirdo space in the manosphere, when I was popping, everybody wanted to rock with me. Facts. But as soon as I fell off, what happened? The people that were supposedly cool with me started to distance themselves and act funny style. And this is how the world is today, where people will only be around you if it benefits them. The era of loyal friendships, true friendships, integrity are gone. You know the type of men that I have the best friendships with, or that I get along with the most? There's guys that are in the military, because they understand what integrity is about. They understand loyalty. They understand what real friendship is about, what brotherhood is about. So, having friends that were in the military, having family that was in the military, those friendships meant a lot to me, because that brotherhood means something to brothers that are in the Army, the Navy, the Marines, Air Force. Well, Air Force is a little bougie. Let's keep it real. Air Force, y'all some bougie mofos. I got to keep it real. But I still rock with the Air Force. But nowadays, the reality is, even amongst men, there's not really that brotherhood. See, so when I was in the manosphere and I thought it was really a brotherhood, I was fooled. It wasn't really a brotherhood. It was about, what can you do for me? Because you're popping right now. And you know what? When people say I fell off, it was the best thing that could happen to me, because then the grass was cut low and I could see who the snakes were. I could see the people that were really riding with me, and I could see the people that were fake. You know what? Never despise when God humbles you, because you guys know I've been humbled many times. A lot of people think that I'm very arrogant or very condescending. I can be. But all of that is just for show. I talk a lot of spicy stuff. I do it for my nerds. I do it for my geeks that came up. I do it for them. I don't talk smack just because of me. I do it for them, because at the end of the day, you got to remember, I came from nothing. I came from nothing to now I'm doing the DJ set. Well, I was co-DJing at Fashion Week yesterday. Let me read the comments here. I don't want to make this about myself. I really don't. But I really wanted to get that part out about the friendships, because I think that as men, that's becoming a lost art. A lot of, and I'm not even talking about the young guys. I'm talking about guys my age too. Some millennials don't understand the true meaning of friendship. And that's for men. It's kind of pathetic, but I got to be honest. Pedro says men have successfully been able to think and act like a woman now. Exactly. And it's very bizarre to me, when I see that. Because you have a lot of men that, when it's time to strap up and ride, load up that, like Crowder got on his desk. Nobody wants to go to war. Everybody just wants to, sit behind the internet and just talk. What happened to getting active for real? This is why, when I talk about, hey, if you guys really want to make some change in the manosphere, you guys got to get politically active. They didn't want to hear that. So guess what? I started my own thing called Trendsetters, because we're going to be the change in the world that we want to see. We're not just going to be talking on the internet. We're going to be getting together. We're going to be having meetups, a fashion event, art galleries. We're going to be having mansion parties. Oh, yeah. We're going to have mansion parties. Facts. And not anybody can just come. You got to be a trendsetter to come to the mansion party. No Illuminati stuff. Listen, guys, no. Before you guys know, it's not going to be no weirdo Illuminati type here, come here. No. We're not doing that. We're not doing no Illuminati stuff. It's not going to be no Jar Jar Binks sex. No. We're not doing none of that Jar Jar Binks weirdo stuff, okay? Because as soon as you say mansion parties, that's what people are thinking. Like, this sounds like some Illuminati. No, we're not doing that. Come on now. Jarrell Black says, marriage and divorce for modern men are like climbing a mountain without the proper equipment. Unfortunately, short-term relationships are what's best for right now. And I get that, Jarrell, but this is where I gotta talk to you as a man for real, bro. Because a lot of us, we look at the state now of modern men and women, how now women are loose than a caboose and men are soft like Charmin, right? For me, I grew up in a traditional home, right? Well, as traditional as you can get. I mean, my mom did work, so she wasn't a housewife, right? But I think that for society to thrive, for civilization to thrive, we need that household. We need that man and woman in that household. Because if you look at it, the reason why now you see all this chaos is because of all these single motherdom. That's why you're seeing all these women. I just heard about a story about an 18-year-old met a guy in a bathroom stall and she gave him an STD. I mean, see, when I hear stories like that, the first thing I wonder is, where's the daddy? Was her father in her life? Because make no mistake, yes, there's no guarantee that a child coming from a two-parent household will be perfect. Nobody's perfect. But the statistics show that if a kid comes from a two-parent household, the kid has a better chance. So a lot of you guys, right, in the audience and in general, you love throwing out stats. And we know that stat is true. So I'm all for mom and dad raising kids in the unity and confines that God has established. I'm all for that. So I'm saying, like, yo, if they get married and they want to have kids, cool. The part that gets me is, how do we reconcile then divorce laws? Because I was just talking to my homie today, and he had to get a restraining order on his ex-wife because she's wilding out. And yes, I have these conversations, not just on camera, okay? I'm not one of these YouTubers where, yo, it's time to get the act. No. Like, I really do this. Like, I do consultations. I talk to people. And it's kind of like, you know, he's a great guy. You know what I'm saying? And just when you hear him talk about his ex-wife trying to make his life miserable and the divorce laws and all of that, and it's kind of like, it makes sense why modern men aren't getting married. Bishop says, peace and many blessings of the game of life be upon you. Hey, thank you, Bishop MacBone. I appreciate you, man. God bless you, brother. Crowder about to be smashing pogs after this. yeah. Crowder probably's got a couple of women in his DMs already. You already know. You know what I mean? He's got some people in his DMs. What about Gen Z? Well, what about Gen Z? What about Gen Z? Simon Lewis says, Solo, hope all is well. You know, everything is good. I mean, I'm doing a live today. I'm feeling good. But I really want to talk about this. So let me continue rolling the clip. Please hit the like button. Let's get it popping.
And I still believe that children need a mom and a dad and that divorce is horrible. But in today's legal system, my beliefs don't matter. In Texas, divorce is permitted when one party wants it, period. So for well over a year.
Well, yeah, brother. That's how it works, right? If your wife don't want you no more, what you going to do? Force her to stay? You know what I mean? But he does bring up an excellent point, even though he doesn't bring it up. There used to be a time where, you know, like our forefathers, you know, marriage wasn't super duper perfect in their era, but they try to make it work. Now we live in an era where relationships are so disposable, not just for women. See, a lot of y'all think it's just women, but men too. Remember, I just told you guys earlier, I've never seen men flake on other men like I have in the last 5 years. A lot of people treat relationships in 2023 very disposable. Yeah. Hey, CJ, Crowder can get with Jar Jar Binks? Why would he? Listen. And look, if Crowder gets with Jar Jar Binks, that would be a downgrade from his ex-wife. I'm sorry. But like, yo, if Crowder's wife is like a 7, Jar Jar Binks is a 4. That's like a 3-point downgrade. Why would he do that? No, you're gonna see listen, the next woman you go see Crowder with, she's gonna be stacked. Okay? He's a multimillionaire now. He's rich, he's single. Look at him. Look like he's been working out. The next woman you're gonna see Crowder with, she gonna be holding on some things. You know, I'm like, yeah. Like the next woman you go, yeah. Crowder's gonna have a single. He's a bachelor now. But you know, Crowder, we got to be careful because remember, Crowder, he like back in the day, he was a switch hitter. So yeah. Anyway, let's continue.
Well over a year, in the best interest as well as physical safety of my children, we've decided to keep this issue private and to resolve it privately with the appropriate attorneys, what have you, legal jargon. And all this, one thing I want to be really clear about is certain. True north here is that my children are blameless, completely without fault, and so we decided to resolve these issues.
Now I'm wondering, is he projecting? Because why would you have to say that? I find that very odd. Remember, guys, pay attention to image and optics. Like, nobody would ever blame the kids for a divorce, would they? I mean, but let me slow down because I do know that there are probably some parents out there that got divorced because of the kid. But then the kid isn't the main factor, maybe one of the main factors, but I don't see how the kids would be culpable for your divorce unless the kids aren't yours. Because remember, once again, guys, I'm not here to spread no rumors or anything like that, but I heard through the streets that Crowder was looking at them kids like they're a little dark. What's going on? Know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, Crowder, when he gets his chicken, you already know he orders the white meat. He don't order the dark meat. I'm not here to spread no rumors. I'm just telling y'all what I heard. You guys know I got reliable sources. That's all I'm saying.
Privately, as it's in their best interests, both emotionally and physically, to do so. Now, the other issue is, and this is something that I've kept private for likely far too long, many other people knew about this behind the scenes. Some.
You can't trust these YouTubers behind the scenes, man. No, you can't. I already done told y'all. These guys get on camera, they tell y'all one thing, but behind the camera when they off, they live in another way, bruh. Listen, bro, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I was talking to my boy, and he said, Solo, this year, bro, like, we got to get back on track with the fitness thing. You were doing well. We fell off. Let's get it popping. I was like, bet. Every man should have one man in his life, pause, but I'm not trying to make this no weirdo thing, but you have to have that one friend that holds you absolutely accountable. I've got a couple guys. They call in, they check up on me, and we do what I call a rundown. They tell me what's going on in their life, what they're working on, and what they're doing, and then I share the same. And I trust these men completely. I can be open about it. I know they won't judge me for it, because at the end of the day, they're in the Bible it says steel sharpens steel. It's a proverb, right? Nobody's going to hold you accountable in this life. Well, like God, number one. But if we're talking about human beings, like another man, especially if the other man that you're dealing with, your friend, is a person of integrity, moral character, ambitious. A lot of you guys took it wrong a couple of years ago when I told you guys I don't hang around bums. I don't, because you know what that saying goes, you're the reflection of the 5 some of your friends or the closest people around you. It's true. So the people I surround myself with are ambitious, they're go-getters. Whether they're millionaires or whether they are making 20, 30 grand, it doesn't matter. If you're ambitious, you're focused, you're driven, and you are on your grind, then I'm a rock with you. But I'm not going to hang around people that are just bums and and somebody who's popular just because. No, I've been there, done that. You learn your lessons. You got to hang around people that exemplify your best traits, but also people that will inspire you. Now, you got to remember that. Inspire. That doesn't mean you got to idolize people. And I always tell you guys, don't even idolize me. I'm just a man. I breathe the same air you breathe. I bleed like you do. I'm not perfect. So never idolize me. But if I inspire you, then I'm doing my thing. And I think that at the end of the day, we as men, unfortunately, there aren't a lot of real men around. There's a lot of simps, weirdo incels, and bitch niggas. Excuse my language, but I got to be honest. Because nowadays, the narcissism in men has got men acting like females, like divas. And with women, the narcissism has certain women talking about, yo, I heard a woman the other day on TV, I forgot what I was watching, talking about, I'm a goddess, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, what? Goddess where? How? Like, because if you're a goddess, then you're able to manipulate the molecular structure of the atmosphere around you, and then you can fly and you can build towers. You can't do that. But see, everybody really thinks they're more important than they are. I'm just a guy with a raggedy mic, somewhere low key, watching Steven Crowder. Anyway, enough about me, because this is not about me. So let's keep going.
Not all, but some of them in positions of power, influence, leverage, knew of this. They also knew that the safety of my children included keeping it private. So if you're familiar with the idea of extortion, then you know the feeling well. Now, some of these threats were so thinly veiled that I'm frankly surprised you didn't all guess immediately.
Steven has a lot going on, I guess is the best way to say it. He has a lot going on, and that should be clear because people...
I know a lot of y'all don't rock with Candace Owens, but Candace Owens, bruh, I ain't gonna lie, bro. She was single, and I mean, we know she's married, but bruh, Candace Owens, I ain't gonna lie, bro. On my scale, she's a baddie. I know. Listen. I'm not here to listen. I'm gonna keep it real. No simping. I love a woman that's pretty and smart that does something for me. I'm gonna be real. Y'all ever dealt with a girl that was just pretty but dumb as a box of rocks? Y'all ever dealt with a female that was like, she was bad, she looked good, but as soon as she opened her mouth, you just can't wait for her to shut the F up? Like, I'm not trying to be crude, but and you know what? I learned something from a pretty woman a few years ago. And we were having a conversation, and she says, you know what, Solo? Most men aren't into that. Like, I purposely dumb myself down so men don't get intimidated. And I was shocked. Shorty was smart. You know, but anyway, enough about me, talking about my preferences. Let's continue. I hope Cynthia G didn't hear that. Wait, but I'm talking about a black woman. Well, let's continue. Let's continue.
People don't do stuff like this if there's not a lot going on in their lives. I would like to implore my audience and everybody that isn't paying attention to this situation not to condemn him, but to pray for him. Sometimes people need a prayer. Sometimes people need a scripture. You know, Stephen purports to be a Christian. I am unsure at this moment if it is my place to say.
Ooh, and see, I find that very interesting. You notice how, especially if you're a Christian, right? She says he's a Christian. People will use that against you, bro. I'm going to keep it real with you. Because if you're a Christian, it's kind of like the gold standard. You expect it to be perfect. You expect it to just be sprinkly clean, right? And unfortunately, a lot of Christians, we're not like that. I just cursed a few moments ago. That's not what I'm trying to do, right? But a lot of people use that. Now, I want you guys to remember what Mr. Crowder said. This is important, and I'm gonna keep playing this. But Mr. Crowder was talking about that people are trying to extort him. Okay? Now pay attention to what Candace Owens says, and then let's talk about if she's extorting him or not. But remember, this is Trendsetters. We can read between the lines, even when it's not being said. Context. Let's go.
You're with the idea of extortion, then you know the feeling well. Now, some of these threats were so thinly veiled that I'm frankly surprised you didn't all guess immediately.
Stephen has a lot going on, I guess is the best way to say it. He has a lot going on, and that should be clear because people don't do stuff like this if there's not a lot going on in their lives. I would like to implore my audience and everybody that isn't paying attention to this situation not to condemn him, but to pray for him. Sometimes people need a prayer. Sometimes people need a scripture. You know, Stephen.
Yes. Yeah, y'all pray for me too. Pray for me too. Or, you know, you can cash app or super chat. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Solo, but ain't you supposed to? No, I'm not Don King. Let's keep going.
Purports to be a Christian. I am unsure at this moment if it is my place to say more than that. You know, maybe if I feel in further defense, some things should be said, or maybe if I feel that the public has a right to understand certain circumstances.
Now, did y'all hear some extortion going on? I didn't hear extortion, but I can assume that maybe certain things were said behind the scenes. Remember, guys, even though I only have 46 people at one time, I was a big YouTuber in my space. Not a YouTuber, in my space, in my niche. And there's a lot of things. See, a lot of people, when people hear me like talk about people, they think that I have ill will towards them. No, I don't have ill will towards anybody. I love Coach Greg Adams. I love it when he lights you niggas up. You saw the passport bro clip. You feel me? I love when Coach Greg Adams goes in. Coach Greg Adams, bro, he's the king of the manosphere because Andrew Tate doesn't claim manosphere. So we got to give it to Coach. Listen, I really do. Coach Greg Adams, I love him. Love him as a YouTuber. But as a person, that nigga trash. Let's continue.
Well, my children have a right to privacy. Now, some other issues have been, or I should say, inferences have been more pernicious behind the scenes with demands and threats to use this information that they believe would be so publicly embarrassing to me and my wife at a difficult time.
And that's what these fake people do. People will befriend. You know what's wild? You know what's wild to me, bro? And this is how I learned really quickly in YouTube. You got to be careful. People will befriend you. People will befriend you just so that they can have dirt on you and then later expose you. I know that sounds insane, but I'm telling you all the truth. People will befriend you on YouTube or Instagram or even your Patreon. They'll try to act like they love you and they're all buddy with you. But all the while you think they're cool, they're writing everything down, just like one of these females, so that later on they can expose you. And this is why it's important as a man. Rule number one, I don't trust none of these YouTube guys. I really don't. You guys know how I feel. I really don't trust none of these YouTube guys. I keep my business to myself. Because if it's really a brotherhood, when my uncle was dying last year, I would have gotten a phone call from somebody. I never got a phone call from nobody. I don't get no birthday text messages from none of these niggas. Nobody cares about what I do unless I'm doing something that is popping. You see, a lot of these relationships are, you're hot, I'm hot. Let's let's push each other so we can get hotter. As a man, you got to understand that discretion is very important. Even in the crypto thing, I got people asking me, yo, how much money you got in crypto? There's only 2 people that know. And one of them is already God. Myself and my accountant. If you're not handling my business for me, it's none of your business. But a lot of people will befriend you, not because they like you, but because they see you as a come up. I know some of you guys are like, yo, Solo, that don't happen to me, bro. I'm just, I'm not a YouTuber, so I don't really care about. But guess what? It can happen to you regardless. Whether you're an engineer, truck driver, whether you work at McDonald's, no shade, whether you work at a grocery store, whether you work on college campus or you go to school, there are people that will befriend, and some of you may not have experienced this, but you will one time in the future. There are people that will befriend you just so they can betray you. It's a weird complex because certain people see what you got going on and they're jealous. There's a lot of jealous people in this world. That's why I hang around more females than men. Because you know what? I can see a jealous woman a mile away. And typically a jealous woman is not going to be jealous of me. She's going to be jealous of another woman. But a jealous man, dangerous. Dangerous. Because a jealous man will act like a female after he approaches you as a man. Double-mindedness. That's something we got to keep talking about because it's very important. Some of you guys are going to be millionaires soon. Y'all think I'm capping, but I've been saying this. Some of you guys are going to be millionaires soon. Some of you guys are even going to be billionaires. Not too far off. You can't trust everybody. And if you don't learn anything from this today, the main thing I want you to learn is this. When you start getting money, not everybody can be around you. That goes for both women and men. This is why the DJ Academics situation, and I'm not trying to switch topics, but when I hear DJ Academics talking about this chick and she got all these receipts, it bothers me because you're dealing with a woman that got nothing to lose. But you're worth 20, 30 million, you got everything to lose. Now, I know some of you are wondering, well, Solo, ain't a lot of pretty women make 20, 30 million. Okay, well, guess what? Then get an upper middle class chick, upper middle class that, she lives in Lake Minnetonka. Her parents are millionaires. Because guess what? Women don't want to lose. Women do not want to lose their reputation. Especially when we talk about upper middle class or upper class women. They understand the game. They know what it's about. Remember, once again, don't lose me. We're talking about optics and image, right? That's a lot of the things that I'm going to be talking about this year because a lot of you guys don't understand optics and image. See, as soon as we get the optics and image, y'all want to start waving your hands like this. I see you in the chat right now trying to be sassy. I don't appreciate it. So, like another sassy guy would say,
beta, beta, beta.
See, a lot of y'all don't even know it yet, but a lot of y'all is already ballers. Y'all just don't know it yet. You might look at your bank account and say, "Oh, Solo, I don't know what you're talking. I'm broke, man. I don't know what you." No, bro, you're rich. You're rich. You're already rich. You just don't know it yet. In the spiritual realm, we run your name, your number, bro. You're a millionaire. But right now, you're not there yet in the physical realm because you got to get there. So you got to go through the journey to get to your destination. And on the way to the journey, you're going to go through some things that are going to test your character, that are going to, mold you so that way you can get to that level that you need to be at. But you don't make it from A to Z overnight. You got to go through the process, the steps. A lot of y'all forget that sometimes. Let's continue.
That it could be used, knowingly putting my children in harm's way. So to those self-styled Christians, conservatives, and allies, well, not in my book. Now, if you find yourself, I don't want to get into details, so this is going to likely be the only time I have to address this or want to address this. If you're asking yourself, hey, did X person or did Y person know? The answer is likely yes, which will be made alarmingly clear as this process of discovery continues. And it also, by the way, makes me that much more appreciative of those who did know about this and in understanding the best interests of my family, my children, kept their word and used discretion. I can't thank you enough. Sincerely, I appreciate it. Won't forget it. It's pretty simple. I loved a woman so much that I married her. A woman who, despite all of this, I still love as the mother of my children.
Okay, yeah, and you know, I mean, I hope so, brother. I mean, you went inside her and you shot her club up numerous times. So, you know, I mean, she's the mother of your kids. And listen, I get that. If you're divorced or you're not with the mother of your child, it's a trip, right? Because listen, I don't have a baby mama. Thank God. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm just being honest. I'm just glad I don't have a baby mama because I see what my friends are going through. And it's like, imagine a woman that once would do anything for you, make you happy, make you smile, make you food, make love to you. Now this woman is so vindictive that she wants to ruin your life and she'll use your kid's proxy. Now, I'm not saying that's what's happening with Mr. Steven Crowder, but that happens a lot to a lot of men. It's crazy how relationships, listen, bro, you know what the funniest thing is? You ever been with a woman, right? I shouldn't say this. We got little kids watching probably. I shouldn't say this. Let's continue playing this. Let's continue.
Forget it. It's pretty simple. I loved a woman so much that I married her. A woman who, despite all of this, I still love as the mother of my children. And she wanted something else for her life. That's not my choice. She simply wanted out, and the law says that that's how it works. Now, of course, look, I get it. There are multiple sides to every story, but one thing that is undeniable in this case is that it's no one's fault but my own.
Okay, stop right there. Stop right there. This is where he should have ended it. He said, it's no one's fault but my own. Okay, what does this mean? Optics, image, right? He's taking accountability. Now, does he believe it? Well, we're about to find out. We're about to find out. We are about to find out.
That is undeniable in this case is that it's no one's fault but my own in that I picked wrong. And that's certainly not the fault of.
Now I got to say shout out to ABL. You know, Anthony Brian Logan. Shout out to ABL, man. ABL, you beat me to it. He said I picked wrong. He said I picked wrong.
I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get some help.
No, I know a lot of you are confused right now. You're like, Solo, what? No. Time out. Because you can't see, we as men got to start checking each other. You can't say that this is my fault. And then he pivots to, I picked wrong. Now, don't get me wrong. This is something the manosphere don't want to talk about. This is something these red pill guys don't want to talk about. They never want to talk about the man picking wrong. Because make no mistake, some of you guys have been with women or been married to women. There were red flags there all along, but you ignored them. There were red flags from the jump, but you ignored them. And then after the marriage, then you want to say, oh, but it was this. She was living with her ex-boyfriend. That's a red flag. Why are you messing with a chick or talking to a woman that's still living with her ex-boyfriend? Oh, when I met her, she was broke and needed a place to stay, so I moved her in. And that's a red flag. Why are you dealing with a woman that you have to move into your place ASAP? See, a lot of these things that men deal with when it comes to women, and you know what? I went through something similar this year, so I got to keep it 100 with you guys. You know what I realized? and this is where the simp tales is about to come out. A lot of men, when we deal with women that, especially women that are beautiful, we will put up with some stuff that we would not put up with if the woman was ugly or average. Let's keep it 100. See, this is something that nobody wants to talk about. Let's keep it $150. Let's do that tonight, right now. I was dating a woman, crazy, earlier this year. I knew she was crazy. She told me she was crazy. But damn it, I was looking at her, 5'11", 100 and something. You know what I'm saying? One of them slim thick. Yeah, you know, one of them slim thick. I didn't care. I was like, I know she's crazy, but she's hot enough for me to deal with that crazy. I wasn't ready. What? I was lying to myself. You know why? Because I was thinking with the smaller head. We got to talk about it. But fellas, y'all don't want to talk about it. You know that chick is wild. She's nuts. But you'll deal with her. Why? Because she's bad. That's how the simping happens. It's red flags everywhere, fam. Red flags is everywhere. But you ignore it. You're like, yeah, I know she's crazy, but she bad though, bro. I'm just trying to crack them cheeks. I'm just trying to clap them cheeks. To what detriment? To what detriment? Not all women are good women, and not every woman should be dealt with. Listen, I'm telling you guys straight up. A lot of y'all don't want to talk about it. You dealing with a woman that you know is low value, or she's crazy, or she's whatever, but because she's bad, because she's hot, you're willing to let it slide. You know damn well, if you keep it $150, if she was an ugly, Oompa Loompa, Jar Jar Binks looking ass woman, the first red flag, you would have been out. You would have been left. You would have stopped dealing with the chick. Let's keep it real, fellas. I know y'all don't want to keep it real in the chat, so I'm the first brother to do it. But men, when a woman is bad, we give them a lot of rope. Let's keep it 100. We know she acting up. We know she wilding out, but we give it a lot of rope. Sometimes we got to learn the hard way. Just because a woman is pretty doesn't make her a girlfriend or wife. It just means she's a pretty woman with red flags. Let's keep it 100.
My children. And I will say that what's in the best interest of my children is not internet drama, speculation, certainly not blatant or veiled shakedowns or dragging their father or mother, and I can't be clear on that enough, or their mother through the mud. And to anyone who tries it, I'm no longer going to pacify, capitulate, or sidestep because I love them a whole lot more than I love you. And I will continue to do whatever is necessary to protect my children. Discussing the divorce any further on social media or on this show or in any public space is not what's best for them. I'll be handling this through the proper legal avenues and channels available as a matter of record in which I...
Okay, so for you dumb Negroes, and yeah, I said it, or for you guys that are not picking up what he's putting down, basically, in white man's terms, what he's saying is, you keep fucking with me, I'm going to get those peoples on you. And what he means by the peoples is the law. You see, white people ain't going to play like black YouTube. They're not going to go back and forth and do a bunch of doxing and all types of message. No. See, this is one thing I do respect about certain people is fuck all that talking. If you really got a problem, let's go to court. Let's let the law decide. But see, one thing I'm starting to notice now, especially on black YouTube, people want to get the doxing and they want to be like, yo, that chick is a criminal. But then they're criminals themselves. They got open cases. Can't make this up. See, these white people, they don't play that shit. You see the dude? Is that a 9 or is that a Beretta? I don't know. You guys know me. I only play with AK-47s. That's a joke. Officer Teddy, that's a joke. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, for those who don't know who Officer Teddy is, Officer Teddy is my local resident lawman who watches my live streams. Oh, wait, you guys didn't know the feds watch? Yeah. Officer Teddy watches me all the time. He likes what I do. But I'm still shadow banned. Shout out to Officer Teddy. They get the law on you. That's facts. Let's keep going.
Any further on social media or on this show or in any public space is not what's best for them. I'll be handling this through the proper legal avenues and channels available as a matter of record in which I have more than full confidence. So I'd ask that you understand the need for and respect our privacy in what is obviously a pretty tough time. And I hope that none of this has to go any further than that.
Yeah, okay, so that was his thing on the divorce. Now, I think the only thing that he said that I kind of cringed at, I'm going to be real, is when he said, I picked wrong. You know what I'm saying? I cringed at that because you kind of did throw your wife, like ex-wife, excuse me. You kind of threw her under the bus. But I get it. I understand. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, I'm petty too. You know what I'm saying? I'm petty too. Ray Arthur says, because our natural instinct as men is trying to save her. Yes. Yo, Ray, you telling the truth. Men, we want to save women. We want to be like Superman. Na. You know, save the girl, Lois Lane, while she's falling off the building. And then she looks at us with admiration and love. And yes, we're men. Like, we want women to validate us like that. Let's keep it 100. But the problem is, in 2023, trying to save a woman that doesn't want to be saved is running a dummy mission. Let me say that again. In 2023, trying to save a woman that doesn't want to be saved is a dummy mission. And even if she does want to be saved, well, like I said, you got to be very careful as a man with the woman that you deal with. You have to be very careful, especially a guy who's a multimillionaire. Now, let's go to the next tape where we see him and his wife in a confrontation. Now, you guys make sure to hit the like button. Likes are free. Let's get it popping.
I'll get it. I'll be back when I'm back.
No, that doesn't work either. You'll be back when you're back. That doesn't work either. Do you understand the difference between my life being set to the second and you going, I'll be back when I'm back?
Student.
And making it work.
Now, guys, just to let you know, his wife is not Mexican. I know y'all seen the belly. She's not Mexican. She's pregnant, okay? 8 months pregnant. Keep that in mind. Let's continue.
The only way out of this is discipline and respect. It's the only.
See? And now I got to check you guys. Because some of you guys really think that red pill stuff, you can talk to women like that in real life. This is something a red pill nigga would say. The only way out of this is discipline and respect. Oh, God. Yo, son. I'm sorry, bro. But unless you and your wife have like a king fetish or something like that, where she's into like, yes, daddy, discipline me. Like that red pill alpha talk, it's not going to work, my nigga. It's not going to. Like you niggas really think that you can alpha a broad, especially if you're dealing with a snow bunny. You're going to talk about discipline and respect. The only time she wants to hear all that is if she's on all fours. She ain't trying to hear that shit. Just like, yeah, I'm disciplining you and respect. No. Women don't care about. Are y'all serious? And this is how I know a lot of you niggas is goofy. Because a lot of I'm talking to the niggas right now. White people, cover your ears, because I know we probably got some listening in the clouds. A lot of y'all brothers be like, yo, man. Know what I'm saying? Steph is Cole told me, if my girl acting up, I got to tell her that the only way out of it is discipline and respect. Y'all niggas really think that shit works? Y'all niggas are on some other shit, bro. Like, I got to keep it real. I know dudes is mad right now, seething. Incel in the back, like, no, it's not. That's how I would talk to my woman. I know. You don't know shit. Because I'm going to be real. You know what she's probably thinking when he says the only way out of this is discipline and respect? She's probably laughing at the nigga inside her head. Like, unless like your wife or girlfriend, y'all got some weird kink relationship or kink fetish, that discipline and respect talk, that's for the birds. That don't work. Like, if it gets to that point, listen to me close. If it gets to that point where you got to tell a woman about discipline and respect, my nigga, she don't respect you, nor does she give a fuck about your discipline. I know you don't want to hear that. I know somebody's mad in the chat. Moderators, let the haters rock in the chat tonight. Any moderator not letting the haters rock in the chat, I'm demodding you. Point blank, period.
Beta.
I'm going to tell you guys the truth. See, a lot of y'all really think that, wait, if I tell my woman that I establish boundaries because I'm going to discipline her and respect, you guys sound crazy to me. That tells me that you guys ain't dealing with these modern women. Because if you're really out in the field, all that stuff right there, that you're only going to get that from a woman that's submissive. And if she is submissive, you ain't got to say it. When you're the prize, you ain't got to tell a chick that you're the prize. She already know. But as soon as you got to tell her that you're the prize, you already lost, my nigga. That's facts.
We're out of it, or we're at an impasse.
We are at an impasse.
Good. Because you can't have any discipline.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. You throw your hand, you give up so easily.
I don't give up, Stephen.
You give up so easily. I just said the only way.
Look, I'll be honest with you guys. I've been in some arguments with women in the past. You know, one of the greatest videos I ever saw was a YouTuber by the name of Black Ram 313. You know who he is. Shout out to the OG. He says, don't argue with women. That video changed my life. It really did. Because some of you guys, listen, and I know a lot of y'all think like, yo, Solo always raising his voice. He always animated. Yeah, because I'm on YouTube. If some of you guys saw how I dealt with women, you'd be like, is Solo like scared or intimidated? Because I'm very quiet. I'm very stoic. I know that sounds funny. Because to me, arguing with a woman is giving her my energy. And sometimes, see, a lot of you guys are so dumb. Some women are so like devious. A woman will argue with you just because she wants your attention. Like, she's not even trying to argue, but that's her only way that she can get your attention, because maybe you're too busy working or she's not getting the reaction that she wants out of you. See, I'm giving you the whole 3D picture of this that your favorite Red Pill content creator can give you. This is that experience, my guy. Women will start arguments just to get attention from you. You think that she's fighting about the fact that you didn't put the toilet seat down. No, she's arguing with you because, nigga, you haven't cuddled with her in 2 days. You haven't asked her how she's doing. She's telling you about her day. It goes in one ear, out the other. I've been there. But you are so flabbergasted because we're men, so we always think in straight ups, like A, B equals C, right? Yeah, right? But with women, A, B equals Z. That's how women think, right? You think she's arguing with you because you didn't put the toilet seat down. No, she's arguing with you because she wants your attention. And so now you're getting worked up because she's yelling at you about the toilet seat. But if you really pay attention to what she's saying, because women will always tell on themselves, it's not about the toilet seat. Now she'll bring up stuff like, I was trying to cuddle with you 2 days ago, and you rolled over the bed. That's how women do it. Meanwhile, you still think it's about the toilet seat.
Yeah, this is discipline and respect. You said, then we're at an impasse.
Stephen, no, we are at an impasse, okay? I love you, but Stephen, your abuse is sick. Your abuse
Watch it.
is sick.
Watch it.
Hey, yo, brah, anytime a white dude says, watch it, you got to be scared. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know what... I'm just saying, bro. Like, if he says watch it. Hey, there's only two. If a white guy ever says two things, you should be scared. When they say watch it, or over my dead body. It's like that Eddie Griffin joke. If you hear a white guy says over my dead body, that Well, I'm gonna leave it at that. This is a YouTube video. We're not on Rumble, right? Yeah, we're not on Rumble. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that. But if you ever hear a white dude say to you or somebody around you, "Over my dead body," nigga, stop running the opposite way. Because that means that white man had enough. He ain't playing. He ain't playing. Not at all. You better look where his hands is at. He might have that 9 milli tuck on the Beretta. Yo, just start running. Start running.
Fucking watch it.
I'm gonna let go. I'll get what you need me to get. And I need some space. We need to just stop engaging for a little bit. Okay? I love you. I love you very much.
I don't love you. That's the big problem. I've never received love from you. And the fact is, when
I never received love from you. You know, I look at it like this. Brother, your wife is not Mexican, last time I checked. And if you never received love from her, how her belly get like that? I'm sorry. Yes, I know I'm saying the things that people, you're not being politically correct. But I'm just saying, brother, she's not Mexican. No, listen, I love Mexicans. I dated a Mexican last year. No shade. But your wife is pregnant. All this gaslighting shit, that shit ain't, it's 2023, man. These women are hip to this, man. Come on, bro. Let's keep going.
I go, look, I need you to do A, B, C, and D. You just be disciplined about it. You go, no. But I love you more than life itself. Okay. Put on some gloves. No. But I love you more than life itself. That's not fair. That's not fair, and it's disingenuous. Hillary, you're right. We're at an impasse. Become someone that's unique, day in and day out, worthy of.
Now, mind you, he's complaining because his wife, she doesn't want to clean something because with that has dog medication, give medication to the dog or something, because she's worried. Remember, she's 8 months pregnant. Okay, it's very important. Remember, I'm talking about optics and image. You have a pregnant snow queen. Let that sink in for a second. A pregnant white woman at 8 months. Okay, let that sink in. And this dude is like, yo, I want you to cook. I want you to be disciplined and respect. He's talking crazy to like, oh, Solo, you simp. I'm not simping for her. I'm simply telling you what are the optics telling you. Now, I know that we don't get full context of it because what happened before they started arguing, and we need, and why is this the only one that came out? So listen, I'm not being disingenuous, okay? I know what's going on in the media game. I understand. But when we talk about optics and image, she got her hand on the stomach. Look at the optics. Look at the optics. She got the hand on her stomach. This dude is chilling. Allegedly, he's smoking a cigar. That's what they're saying, but I didn't see the cigar. She's pregnant, 8 months. Remember, I'm just talking about optics and image at this point. Let's continue.
A wife? No, not as a wife. I didn't say as a wife. Hillary, come on now.
I'm not going to engage. I'm not going to engage anymore. I'm going to go. I'll text me what you need. I'll get you what you need. I love you. I'm committed to you.
Damn, he got Becky saying, I love you, I'm committed to you. You know what, bro? I got to keep it real with you. If you ever have a white woman saying, I love you, I'm committed to you, it means two things. She loves you, she's committed to you, or a woman, period. Or, in this situation, to what I'm seeing optically, remember, optics and image, that's what I'm looking at. She's saying, I love you, I'm committed to you, to reassure him because she thinks that he's insecure. Let me say that again. She's not saying that, well, she may be saying it genuinely, because I don't know what she's thinking. She may be, but women will say that they love you and they're committed to the relationship because a lot of you dum-dums, dodo brains don't know that a woman will tell you what you want to hear. You know, when I was younger, what I used to do? I used to always be like, before the end of the first date, right? I always used to tell women like, hey, we had a great first date. Like, I really want to see you again. Like, you want to see me again too, right? And you know what the women would say? They would look, flick their hair, smile at me like, yeah, I do want to see you again. Like, oh my gosh, like this is the best date ever. And guess what? I never saw them again. Because if a woman feels scared or threatened, she'll say anything. She ain't saying, I love you, I'm committed to you. They're in a battle right now. She's saying something to calm him down because she's worried that he might do something. I'm not saying that he would, but he's looking insecure. Right? Remember, optics and image. He's looking insecure right now through these optics. And women are masters when it comes to social communication, sub-communication, verbally, non-verbal, right? We already know that, facts. So she realizes that, hey, let me give him some assurance because right now he's feeling a certain type of way and I got to reassure him. Simon Lewis says, Freshman Fit reacted to this today. Solo, you're right. She's a pregnant white woman, so people are already going to sympathize to her, believing everything she says. Now, here's the thing. And I didn't see the Freshman Fit reaction. Shout out to the brothers, though. At the end of the day, Simon Lewis, and this is what, and white people understand this. Even Mexicans understand. No disrespect to Mexicans. I love y'all. Asian people definitely understand this. But black people, we still don't understand about image and optics. I need, listen, it's not about simping. I'm just looking at the optics. She's 8 months pregnant. She just said, we're at an impasse. I need to leave. He's talking about discipline and respect. Bro, this chick is 8 months pregnant. She ain't thinking about that. And I'm not here caping for the woman, but I think a lot of y'all don't understand image and optics because some of you guys in the chat that are talking right now, you guys are future millionaires. You guys are trendsetters. Some of y'all gonna need Saul Goodman as a lawyer, man. I'm already better call Saul. That's right.
What you need, I'll get you what you need. I love you. I'm committed to you.
Okay, so now I can see the cigar. I saw the smoke. You know what I'm saying? Bellowing. And you notice they're arguing. This is how you know this is not like an argument. I didn't even notice it before. And I know people are like, Solo, it is an argument. You notice they got a dog right there. The white dog is not even like, you know, if this was black folks, we would be going ham. You guys see the white dog right there? I didn't even notice. The white dog is sleep. The white dog is chilling, bro. Y'all see that dog? He's chilling. He's chilling.
Are you committed enough to do those things?
I'm not trying to.
Are you committed enough to do those things? You're not committed to anything. You're not committed to anything.
Does she know the camera's there? Probably. One thing we as men have to be aware of. If you have cameras, you got to be hyper aware. And unfortunately, that might mean even your wife. I know it sucks, but this is what happens when you live in a Babylonian system, aka America, where now you got to record yourself having interactions with your wife, and somehow it leaked. Okay? So now you see the dog. See, now the dog paid attention when she left. But let's go back a little bit more. But is she playing it up for the camera? I wouldn't doubt it. But once again, never lose frame. That's probably the best thing these alpha dating coaches said. Never lose frame. If you know the camera is running, never lose frame.
Are you committed enough to do those things?
I'm not trying to.
Are you committed enough to do those things? You're not committed to anything. You're not committed to anything. You just said I love you. I'm committed to you. Walk the dogs. Put on some gloves.
I need to
Walk the.
pick up. I'll get it. I'll be back when I'm back.
Wait. Walk the dog and put on some gloves. Listen, bro. I got to keep it real. You know what I'm saying? This is the white man dealing with this white woman. And some of you Negroes think, well, Becky doesn't treat me that. You are out your mind, bro. You are out your mind. Because once the white girl knows she got you, that's when the real her comes out. Me and Xander's Clutch were trying to tell you guys years ago. You know, we don't want to hear that. Just tell us more about this white women worship. No. See, The white woman is way more cunning than the black woman. How you think a lot of these NFL, NBA players get got? You know, Becky will do all that freaky stuff like, oh, you want to have a threesome with me and my two friends? Sure. You know, she got you wide open. Facts. And then as soon as you start effing up, Negro, that's when she's going to start pulling her white girl card on your ass. That's why a lot of you Negroes are like, yo, I thought I had a great white girl, man. I really did. And then she switched up on me. Yeah, she ain't switch up, bruh. You just never knew the real her. That's facts.
Are you committed enough to do those things?
I'm not trying to.
Are you committed enough to do those things? You're not committed to anything. You're not committed to anything. You just said I love you. I'm committed to it. Walk the dogs. Put on some gloves.
I need to.
Walk the dogs. Put on some gloves. Are you committed enough to do those things? Are you committed enough to do those things?
See, bruh, she's 8 months pregnant. You want her to walk the dog? I'm sorry, fellas. Come on, fellas. Nah, fellas. Let's keep it real, fellas. Like y'all, okay, y'all would be cool with your 8-month pregnant wife walking the dog? Y'all saying y'all would be cool with that in the chat? Oh, the chat just got really quiet when I asked that. Ooh. I'm not judging nobody. I mean, they're probably in a safe neighborhood. But I'm just wondering, like, is this what we're doing? Listen, bro, I don't even want my old mom to be walking down the street. Solo, you being a simp. You're simping hard, right? I'm not simp. Once again, optics and image. These are the two. I'm going to throw these words around so much, it's going to annoy you guys. Because if you're a trendsetter, they want to make you look bad, but they can never make you look bad. Unless you make yourself look bad. I want people to start thinking, because some of you guys really, really don't believe you're going to be wealthy. I need you to start to believe it. Like, what moves would you make if you become a million? What would you do if you became a millionaire or billionaire tomorrow? What would you do? What would you do? A lot of y'all, I need y'all to start thinking like that. Because 64 people, 10% of you guys are going to be wealthy. And maybe 2% of you guys already are. Optics and image. Optics and image. Let's continue.
Are you committed enough to do those things?
I'm gonna just.
Walk the dogs. Put on some.
She's pregnant. See, bro, she's pregnant. How old are you? OG, how old? She's see, I keep telling you, optics and image. She's pregnant. How old are you? Ray Arthur says pregnant women do need exercise and it's healthy for her and the children. Okay, all right. Let's like I said, I'm not judging anybody. I'm just playing this and I'm giving my input. That's all I'm doing.
Are you committed enough to get the medication the dogs? Don't you take Betty?
Okay, then allegedly it says as the Crowders head inside, Stephen gets angry and angrier and by his own admission screams, "I will F you up," at his pregnant wife Hillary, who then flees their home. Well, Stephen, your first mistake is wifing up a chick named Hillary. Okay, that was a bad joke. But you guys know how I feel about Hillary Clinton. Evil woman. She's a witch. Okay, yes, she's a witch. Facts. Okay? Now, I will say this. I find it very interesting how this leaked and who leaked it, right? Now, I'm pretty sure that there were arguments where she was getting into his booty. Pause. He probably liked that, though. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, shout out to ABL. He mentioned an excellent point. It's like, Steven Crowder's a multimillionaire. Why does he only have one car? Well, it's to keep the chick in check, obviously. Let's keep it a buck, right? Because let's be honest, if you have multiple cars and your woman decides to up and leave, you can't just really track her down unless you got a tracker, right? But the point that a lot of people are missing is this. When you are in a relationship and you're dealing with a woman, if you want to have that TradCon red pill type of lifestyle, okay, that's what you want. Just make sure that you and the woman establish that first, right? Now, me personally, I think that there's more footage that we might see in the future that might be in Steven's favor. But I'm not here to defend this guy at all. Because if your wife is 8 months pregnant, right? At the end of the day, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. Her ass needs to be sitting down and her feet needs to be on ice. Why? Because her fucking foot or toes are probably swollen. That's facts. See, too often, and I know a lot of guys are going to hate me saying this. I've heard all these stories about, yo, Solo, man, I was the best husband. You know, I treated her well. I bought her a house. I bought her a car. I made love to her every night, and she cheated on. Right? I hear these stories. I do. But the part that these guys aren't telling you when you read these articles or watch these YouTube videos is how this guy was always nagging at the broad. They're not telling you that. Or how this chick had more red flags than the red light district in Amsterdam. Like, everybody in the city knew she was a thought. You knew she was a thought. But you still wifed her up because you thought you could turn a thought into a housewife. Now, I'm not talking about Steven Crowder. I'm speaking in general. But I see so many men, like, and real talk, like, I'll be silent. I'll be listening to a lot of you guys when I'll be talking to y'all. And I just be like, brother, how did you not see the red flag? I know, Solo, but I thought I could change her, or I didn't know it. No. And this is what goes back to what I was saying earlier. Men, we gotta start keeping it 100 with ourselves. Because I told you guys earlier this year, I was dealing with a girl that was crazy. She told me she was crazy. But you know what? I didn't care because all I saw was this. She got a fat ass. She got a fat ass. She got a fat ass. She slim thick. That's all I cared about. And then you know what? It's like an anime. You start thinking to yourself, you know, I can deal with crazy if she's hot. But you know what's funny? If the same chick that you were dealing with that was hot, that looked like this, it wouldn't be an issue. Because see, a lot of you niggas are gangster when it comes to ugly chicks. Y'all be like, listen, I know I have been. An ugly chick just breathes wrong. Like, yeah, you real talk. She just breathes wrong or she coughs. You be like, get out of here. You got that C19 coughing all over my couch. Leave, woman. That's what you would have said. But see, if it's a woman that you really like, she gives you the eye, she's got the hips, she's got the walk, she's got the smile, you ready to get the simp? Ooh, simping all day for my chick. Woo, simping all night for my chick, cause she bad. My chick is bad. She's a baddie. She's got a fatty. But if the chick was ugly, she would be gone. That's facts. See, a lot of people don't want to talk about this. Oh, Solo, you're keeping it very primitive. I mean, you don't know. But here's the thing. At the end of the day, the best thing you can do as a man is any decision that you make in life, whether it's business, friendship, or the woman that you decide to marry or lay with, you have to evaluate the pros and cons. Some of you guys are in relationships with women right now. You're miserable. You hate the woman. She's always nagging. But she's bad. That's why you're with the chick. She's bad. That's all you care about. She's a trophy that you can show off, but you're miserable. The chick is always nagging. Y'all ain't got nothing in common. You try to talk to the chick what's happening in Israel. She don't know shit going on. You try to tell her about First Republic Bank failing. She don't know what's going on, but she can tell you all about the Kardashians or Love is Blind. She knows all about social media. You 3 months into the relationship. You're already tired of smashing her. And then you're thinking to yourself, that saying is true. Behind every hot chick is a guy tired of smashing. Exactly. As men, you got to start realizing that, look, when people tell me, yo, I chose bad, okay, I understand that sometimes, like as men, we are immature when it comes to the decisions that we make regarding the opposite sex. But make no mistake, if Shorty knows that you're a sucker, what's she gonna do? Exactly, she gonna lick you. Pause. These women know what it is. And here you are, you thinking to yourself, she loves me. And she really cares about me. And she says I'm a nice guy. Meanwhile, Shorty sees you pulling up in that Audi A7. Skirt, skirt. You got that big ass crib. Wait, you an educated lame? And you're debt free? And you're a passport, bro? You got your passport? It's stamped up? You want to travel? And you think Shorty wants you because you have such a great personality. Golly, Jipper Tyrone, oh my goodness.
I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get some help.
I'm going to keep it real with y'all. Steve Crowder, that guy's a herb for my research. I got to keep it 100. I got no sympathy for the guy. So if you felt like you chose wrong, then you should have chose better. That's facts. Now, him and his Candace Owens, listen, y'all know how I feel about Candace Owens. Supposedly, she's one of the baddest in the conservative field, right? You already, and she is. She bad. She's smart. She's cute. But where do you think Shorty's getting her tactics from? She's getting it from Brad, Steven. Yeah, she got a Brad. That's where she's getting them from. I'm tired of niggas calling me, crying about their baby mama or their ex-wife. I'm tired of it. Because as men, a lot of you niggas are hypocrites. A lot of you men are fucking hypocrites. Because you know what it is? This is what I realize about a lot of you niggas. If a dude would pull half the shit that a woman would pull, you guys wouldn't even think twice cutting the dude off. But a lot of you guys are sweet dick. Pause. What's sweet dick? A girl that comes around that looks good, that flings her hair like the girl in the middle. You guys go crazy for that. And y'all get the simping and rationalizing and doing all that goofy shit. But if it's a man, y'all wouldn't think twice about cutting a nigga off. That's facts. Have you ever noticed that dudes are very quick to cut another guy off and say, yo, he disrespected me? But you motherfuckers will be up under a female all year, all these months, all these weeks, and she's disrespecting you every mother effing day. I don't want to hear it. You get no sympathy from me, especially if you're 30 plus. I don't want to hear it. Because if you're 30 plus, there's no excuse for simping. Unless you're doing it like I do for YouTube videos, entertainment. There's just no excuse. I talk to a nigga every time he gets a woman pregnant. Did you use protection? No, bro, we were both drunk. I don't want to hear it. Why isn't the story always the same? Yeah, we both had unprotected sex while there was alcohol involved, and she ended up pregnant. How do you think that happened, Solo? Motherfucker, how do you think it happened? Here is a vagina. Here's a penis. There's no contraception. You went into the vagina with your penis raw. You shut up the club. Rat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat. She got pregnant. I mean, do I have to really give you niggas biology lessons? I would. Oh my gosh. I know a lot of brothers is mad. That's why people. Listen, I know a lot of people are angry right now. But at the end of the day, I want people to win. Black Sunday says, Steven Crowder also doesn't believe in prenups. Even till this day, he deserves everything he gets. So you saying him and his wife didn't sign a prenup? Oh, I mean, they were married for 10 years, right? In Texas? I don't know in Texas if she'll get half, but she'll definitely get a substantial amount. Know what I'm saying? Now, I know a lot of you are thinking, oh yeah, and Steven Crowder's wife, she got 2 kids or 3 kids. Who will take care of her? What man will go after her? It's all good, brother. One of you guys will help her out. One of you guys will. One of you guys will help her out. It's no mistake. There are dudes right now lined up, ready to wife her up. And it wouldn't shock me if there's a couple brothers. Y'all ready to wife her up? Like, oh, he treated you bad. You know, I know you've never been with a black guy, but I'll be the best black guy ever for you, honey. And I'll treat you like George W. Bush. I promise.
Beta. Beta. Beta.
Niggas think I'm lying? Y'all niggas always talking about Keisha. Keisha got 3 kids. And now you pulling up for Keisha. Not you in the chat. I'm just speaking in general. She'll be fine. And even if no guy wifes her up, she'll get some money out of this. Okay? Now, at the end of the day, I want men, you have to really do what you got to do and stay focused. You know, if you get married or when you get married, you don't have time to say to yourself, I picked the wrong one. You better be 159,000% sure that Shorty is the right one, because the wrong woman could F up your life. Samson in the Bible, Delilah, Jezebel, Ahab. Who else? Who else we got? I'm telling you guys, the wrong woman can mess up your life. Now, the right one can help you catapult it. But unfortunately, we live in an era now where women get more props for being bad than for being good. And once again, I know a lot of people, oh, this is simp talk, this simp. See, the difference between me and you is I'm a heterosexual man. I actually like women. Some of you guys like robots. I get it. Some of you guys are waiting for the robots to come out. I understand. But the reality is this. Steven Crowder, sir, you don't get no sympathy from me. If you say you picked wrong, then that's the decision that you decided to make. But don't make it, that's the woman you picked. Now, with this whole Candace Owens extortion, I don't even, listen, and Candace Owens isn't even a black, I wouldn't even, you guys will never hear me talk bad about Candace Owens. Never. Nigga, I'm not stupid. What the fuck you mean? No, I'm not dumb. No, I will never talk bad about Candace Owens. No, I like Candace Owens. But you know who I will talk bad about every day? Jar Jar Binks. Facts. I'll talk bad about Jar Jar Binks because we can only have one Lauren Southern. So Pearly, take your broke, homely, ugly, late, never getting married ass back to the corner because you'll never be Lauren Southern. Lauren Southern was one of a kind. Know what I'm saying? Now, imagine if Lauren Southern had some ass. Oh my, yo, motherfuckers would have lost, brothers, y'all would have lost your mind. But Pearl, you'll never be Lauren Southern. Pearl, Pearl, you can't even be Bill Gates' daughter. You know who Pearl wishes she was? Pearl wishes she was Bill Gates' daughter right now. Like, I wish I had somebody to marry me so to have my. Sorry, Pearl, it's not gonna happen. Officer Teddy, this just entertainment. I'm not bullying. I know the woke culture's watching right now, like, yeah, we got this guy, Solo TV 84. 10-4 copy. Officer Teddy, it's all love. It's all love. It's all love. Oh, damn. He already signed a $50 million deal with Rumble? No. He was gonna sign a 50. The Daily Wire offered him $50 million, and he called it a slave contract. That's what he called it. Steven Crowder. So I'm curious to know why he called it that. Maybe there were some terms or speculations that he didn't like. I'm not exactly sure. Nassif says this man picked the wrong one. Exactly. Nassif, you get it. So when we're talking about image and optics, I got to keep it real. White people understand it. Brothers, we still don't. You know what white people think while they're watching this? They're like, that guy Steven Crowder is an idiot. He said I picked the wrong one. So what the fuck you think your wife is thinking, nigga? That's why they aired this fucking footage to make you look like a clown. And now Steven Crowder's beefing with a black woman. In 2023, now I'm going to keep it real with y'all. If this was 1963, Steven Crowder would be kicking that black woman's ass up and down the street. Let's keep it real. Yeah, I said it. But no, it's 2023. You're not going to beat Candace Owens. She's a black conservative woman. You're not going to beat her. She's a black conservative woman. You're not. You're just not. You know why? Because guess what? Even though wokety woke culture is all the way to the left, the far right is trying to help propagate some of these minorities to be their talking heads. So what does it look like if Steven Crowder goes against one of their main figures, Candace Owens? Facts. He's not going to win. Now, he can pull some shit behind the scenes. I don't doubt that. But at the end of the day, this is another important thing. Men, when we take accountability and you fuck up, just say you fucked up. Don't be like, I picked bad. Okay, you picked bad. But once again, that is a deflection for you trying to put the onus on the woman when you should have put it on yourself. Because remember what he said. He's like, this was my bad, my decision. But then he said, but I picked the wrong one. You know how many times in my life I picked the wrong one? All that is doing is helping me pick the right one, because now I know the women that I don't want. And this is a lot of women I don't want. But as men, you don't have the luxury to keep fucking up. Sometimes you only got one shot. That's all you got, guys. That's all you got. So we don't have the luxury to just keep making mistakes. We don't have that luxury, especially in 2023 when First Republic Bank stock just crashed 50%. We're still talking about recessions, a food shortage, hyperinflation. Hello, gas is going up, eggs is going. We don't have time to play. This is why I came back with this fire. I'm talking about AI, crypto, hyperinflation. Now we're talking about divorce, because guess what? It's no time to play. I really want you to start thinking, and I don't care if you're married, divorced, single, whatever. What is it that you really want out of life? What is it that you want to achieve? What would make you happy? How come your favorite red pill manosphere content creators never ask you that? Like, what would really make you happy? Now, I know some of you guys are very basic. You're like, I just want a girl to love me. I just want a girl to love me. Okay, cool. Then get a girl that loves you. But it's time now that you as a man start thinking about what you want. What do you want to accomplish? What do you want to achieve? Because guess what? In this life, as a man, nobody's going to help you. So what is it that you see for yourself? What vision? What grand goal do you want to see? What do you want to do? Life is too short to be picking the wrong one, because the wrong one could have you in a bad position. The wrong one can really have you down. Guys, listen, guys, life is not an anime, guys, where if you die, you can come back tomorrow. Sometimes in life, we only get one shot. And as a man, especially as a black man, I know there's some other men watching too, not trying to disregard, but I'm just being honest. As a black man, sometimes that's all you get is one fucking shot. So you got to make it fucking count. You got to make that one shot count. Can't be, I picked the wrong woman. But yet you kept shooting up the club. And for those that don't know what shooting up the club means, it means you got her pregnant. Like I said, I'm not here to tell you guys what you want to hear. 2023, I'm telling you guys what you need to hear. All right? So let me read some of these comments, and then I'm going to be out. Facts. Didn't they say that they were both there first? I remember he may have been a virgin. Yeah, I for my research. It sucks because sometimes just because you're each other's first, right, doesn't mean you won't be each other's last. I mean, this society, like I said, we're talking about this Babylonian system. It's against anything that is righteous. If you want to raise your kids in a two-parent household, now people will ostracize and criticize you for that. Because now they want your little baby to be raised by Adam and Steve, not Adam and Eve. We live in such a wicked society now that if I were to interview somebody who says, I'm a 25-year-old virgin, the audience would laugh at them. It's crazy. Let's continue. Did you have bad dealings with the pearly things, RT the brand? I never dealt with that Jezebel. I knew she was a Jezebel Delilah spirit from a mile away. I mean, how could you not see it? How could you not? Know what I'm saying? Shorty looked like a burned corpse. Shorty, yo, let me chill. Let me chill. I'm a chill, bro. I'm a chill. Alan, if I were him, pay the woman to get out of my life ASAP and move on. Yeah, I mean, he even if he pays half, right? The worst case scenario. He pays half, whatever. He pays child support. He's still going to be a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? He's a bachelor. Yeah, Steven Crowder is going to be in some things, bro. Like, no, yeah, facts. Know what I'm saying? Ray Arthur says, if we only get one chance, it's better to be single than pick the wrong one. But here's the thing. Like, at the end of the day, I'm gonna be real with you. If you've been watching my content for more than 24 months, or some of these other guys, you should already know what to avoid, right? Worst case worst, just get a passport and find a good girl in Nigeria and, call it a wrap. Nasif says, now go overseas and establish a nice place to live that pays me easy. Yeah, facts. But a lot of people aren't going to go overseas. I don't see anything wrong with having dual living situations. If you want to live overseas and here, I think that's dope. Nasif says, you trying to save them, they better listen. You can't force nobody to listen, bro. You can't. Like I said, a lot of the stuff now that I'm talking about, I'm not telling it because it's cool or popular. I'm telling you guys straight up. If you ever have to approach a woman talking about discipline and respect, you already lost the argument. Because if a woman really respected you and cared for your discipline, you don't have to bring it up. Just like a nigga talking about, I'm the prize. If you are really the prize, you don't have to tell her that you're the prize. She already knows. She already knows. One thing I learned a lot from my Stoic mentor is that silence is golden and body language is excellence. Think about it. That's all you got to do sometimes. Know what I'm saying? Because imagine you have a woman in your face just talking crazy, but you're not responding. And if you are, maybe you're giving her like a crazy look. You ever argued with a woman and never like I challenge you. If you're listening right now, I challenge you. Next time you're with your girlfriend or wife, don't say shit. She might start saying some nasty things, crazy. Don't say nothing. Just look at her the whole time like she's crazy. That's it. Let your facial expressions do the talking for you. Just look, like she might say some off-the-wall shit like, yeah, that's why I don't like you. You have a small dick, blah, blah, blah. Whatever she says to trigger you. Just look at her like she's nuts. Don't say nothing, no matter how much she violates you. And you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked. Because you know what a woman hates the most? Is when a man doesn't give in to her whim of arguing back. Women hate that. They live for the drama. That's why the women get so... You ever had and this is how you know you're dealing with a crazy woman? You ever dealt with a crazy woman? She's like, I hate you, motherfucker, blah, blah, blah. I hate you too. No, I hate you more. And then you guys are arguing. And the next thing you know, she's like, oh my gosh, I'm so wet right now. I want to ride you. That's how you know women live for that. It's an emotional roller coaster. Now imagine you're stoic. The whole time she's yelling, you're not saying anything. That's how you hold frame. Facts. Me personally, bro, I'm so disrespectful. If I'm dating a girl and she starts talking crazy, I grab my iPhones and I put it on and start playing music. Bro, I'm so disrespectful. Start playing music in my ear. Because guess what? She's still talking, but I got my iPhone. I can't hear anything. She might get up and leave. I'm not chasing after her. Goodbye. Good riddance. And no, I'm not doing that to be tough or to be alpha corn or to be gangster. No, I'm letting her know that I'm not going to fall for your little okie doke. I'm not. Now, I come on YouTube and I yell at you men. You damn right. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys are in the chat, so you guys can't argue back. So that's what it is. The minute you see a girl with a Super Saiyan colored hair, you need to run. Facts. Shout out to Ray Arthur with the $10 super chat. God bless you, brother. Appreciate you. You know what I mean? Dark Nova says, Red Pill really messed up. Folks had all talk, no action. I mean, I'm just saying, when I hear Steve Crowder talk about you need discipline and respect, like, unless you and your wife have some sort of like a kink like that, cool. But to talk to a grown woman like that and really think that she's going to care, no. Especially a Becky. Oh, you can't. Listen, bro, I'm going to keep it real with you. You can't tell a Becky shit, bro. You can't. You can't. These white guys can't even do it, but you brothers think y'all going to do it? Well, Solo, I'm an NBA player. Okay, all right, I'm done. Like I said, hyperinflation is here. Recession is coming. Food shortage is still on deck. The next 2 years in this country are going to be unlike you've ever seen before. Unlike you've ever seen before. And you know what? What we're going to start seeing with the rise of AI and inflation in this recession, it's really going to separate the men from the effeminate bitches. It's really going to separate the real men from boys. It's going to separate the trendsetters from the followers. And if you're on my channel, you're a trendsetter. Because a lot of people have no idea what's going to be transpiring through the next 72 months in this country. A lot of people have no idea. People are asleep. First Republic Bank, stock crash, 50% within 2 days. They're still talking about hyperinflation. This is the time where real men will rise and start to shine, because real men are visionary. Real men build. Real men are stoic when it's chaos. Real men are able to think and find solutions. You're going to see a lot of bitch niggas, a lot of effeminate men, simps and incels that are going to get castrated on the wayside because they're not built for this. This next era that we're going through is going to be for real men. Why? Because this generation, we've never really gone through nothing. I mean, okay, you're a millennial. Yeah, I went through the 08 recession. That was just a warm-up. This next shit that we're going to be facing from here on till 2030, now you're going to see what you're really made of. Now you're really going to see, are you really a man for real, or you just chatting shit? Because all this talking about accountability, when men fuck up, I never see any accountability. If Steven Crowder would have just said, you know what, this is all my fault, I'm not here to badmouth my wife, I would have been cool. But then he said, I picked wrong. That kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Where are the men at that are really willing to hold accountability to say, yo, I fucked up? Sim tales. Nothing but stories of me taking account. And by the way, I got some more coming. Yeah. I've been gone from that. I got some more coming. It's time that we as men take accountability. I'm tired of hearing men talk about, yo, man, yeah, I'm taking accountability. But then every time you hear deflection, projection, and other type of rejection. This generation of men, we soft. We soft. They're using the WW3 word because of, you heard Trump. I heard Trump on the Nelk Boys. Shout out to the Nelk Boys interview where now you're hearing the N-word more than ever. And when I say the N-word, I'm not talking about the N-I-G-G-A word. I'm talking about N-U-C-L-E-A word. And Trump was telling the Nelk Boys, yo, Putin and them Chinese cats, they were never talking like this when I was president. Now they've been using that word more and more. We're in unprecedented times. And all the men are focused on the wrong things. You can have a man tell you about what's going on in social media, what's going on in dating and feminism, but these motherfuckers don't even know what fractional banking is. They don't know what interest rate means. Gen Z never balanced a checkbook in their life. But they can tell you about what a thought is. And they can tell you about what eating grocery means. But they can't tell you how to make 10 grand within 3 to 6 months, or how to flip 100 grand within $1 million in less than a year. They can't tell you that. And I'm not saying that to brag, but I'm just saying, like, we really got our priorities messed up as men. We're fascinated and enchanted by vagina. That pussy got a lot of you niggas in a spell. It's witchcraft. You get sex the first time from a girl. Next thing you know, you're crying like Drake, like, I really love you. And I like the fact that I can pillow talk to you all night long. You pillow talking to a chick after 2 minutes. I'm done. Nobody's listening anyway. I'm done. You know what I'm saying? I really tried, and all I can say is, guys, life is too short, man. Life is too short. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, they're not listening. I'm done. I'm out. Peace. Just talking. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm out. Ooh.
Sister now. Sister now.
wait. But for those who are still here, let's have a quick after show. I got about 3.5 minutes left. Okay, guys, make sure to tune into the Patreon. I just uploaded something crazy. Top 10 AI cryptos guides, cryptos that can easily 10x, some even can 100x. 5 cryptos to invest in May 20. Yeah, you already know who she is, right? You already know. Okay. Let's take a look at lifecoinwatch.com. Bitcoin hit 30K not too long ago. Might be going down, but I don't think it'll be for super duper long. Because we have a FOMC meeting the first week of May. I do know that. I forgot the exact dates. Right? Ethereum is doing slow. If you don't know anything about crypto, just look XRP. ADA still doing well, right? But here's one that the gem. This is a gem, okay? This is like the crypto right now that I'm looking at heavy. It's XD real quick, okay? Now let's talk about Shiba Inu real quick. Shiba Inu price prediction. This new neo-banking app adds support for SHIB. I know a lot of you guys are like, oh, you still talking about Shiba Inu? You know, SHIB has gone through some rough patches, but irregardless of that, I think that the next bull run, Shiba Inu is going to do very fantastic. And there's a lot of mass adoption happening with SHIB, okay? So I think that with Shiba Inu right now is something that I'm still dollar cost averaging, still looking at SHIB. Yes, I still have SHIB, a lot of it. Not enough, though, not enough. But at the end of the day, Shiba Inu, if you don't know it now, 2025, you will. But XDC network, I've talked about Zinfin a lot of times. XRP on steroids. Why is that? Because it's already smart contract ready. It can process, if I'm not mistaken, 4,000 transactions per second. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's 4,000 transactions per second. It's about 4 cents. By the way, it's not financial advice. I'm just telling you guys this. Qcoin got it. BitTrue, I don't know about BitTrue. But, you know, Qcoin got it. Bitfinex got it. Gate.io is not USA friendly. You know what I'm saying? So if you're interested in like tech stuff, support, crypto, blockchain, check out my other channel, Trendsetter Crypto TV. That's TRENDSETTER, Crypto CRYPTO TV. I exclusively only talk about crypto there. But today's crypto of the week is XDC. Do your own research. It's like XRP on steroids, like I said. I think that XDC will hit $50 within 24 months. 24 months, $50. It's at 4 cents right now. If I'm wrong, I'll throw a pizza party. Whoever shows up gets a free pizza, okay? Free pizza slice, not a whole pizza. But yeah, XDC will be $50 within 2 years, definitely. So trendsetters, do your own research, like I said. Anyway, I'll be back soon, Sunday. Yeah, I'll be back Sunday. Peace.